Today we'll be learning how to make 3 different martinis. Hey everybody, my name is Michael. I'm a cocktail bartender at Polly in Fitzroy. When ordering a martini, there's 2 important things you need to know. First, which is the base spirit you'll be having with your martini, vodka or gin. Second main thing is whether you like it dirty, dry or even filthy, which refers to the amount of vermouth. For our first cocktail today, we will be doing a Bombay Dirty Martini with olives in a nice martini glass. So the first thing we are going to do for martinis, which is so important for taste, is you want to be drinking from an ice cold glass. So first thing, just add a bit of ice to the glass while you're making your cocktail. Otherwise, keep your martini glasses in the freezer, the fridge in the very least, not worst. So our recipe today calls for 60 ml or 2 ounces of our main spirit, which is the gin. So pouring that into there, and also a dirty martini means more vermouth. So our recipe today calls for 15 ml of vermouth. And also I'll just briefly talk about filthy martini, which we won't be making today. So filthy is very similar to a dirty. Instead, you just add 3 olives and muddle that down as well, because then you're going to get the full flavour of the olives. But a dirty martini does call for a bit of olive brine, so we'll get 3 bar spoons. And this adds the beautiful colour of the dirty martini as well. Also, at this stage, you'd be the best time to prepare your garnish. I've already prepared 3 olives on a stick. So next we're adding ice. So once again you're getting ice to the full of that jug. And stirring down. For a martini you're aiming for about 45 to 52 times. It depends on the type and size of ice, on how quickly it's going to dilute. Martinis especially, you have to try them on the way. You have to get the perfect balance of gin to vermouth to water ratio. So let's give it a stir. Stir, stir, stir. So for me, I'm aiming for this to feel quite cold. And as you can see, this is increasing in level. Now also with the paper straw, so you have to try it, and on the tongue, feel how much ethanol is in that. This one was still a little bit strong on the palate. If you're drinking a martini straight, you want it to be balanced and no ethanol, or very minimal ethanol. So just give it maybe a few more stirs. And then once again, so there you've got much more of a balance there. So you want to dump the ice. And because we put the olive brine in there, you're going to need to fine strain this as well to catch all those little particles. So grabbing the strainer, pouring it over. So as you can see, that beautiful cloudy colour, that's the perfect sign of a dirty martini. Grabbing a napkin, adding the olives, And that is good to go. Serve that to your customer and watch them You get that beautiful balance of vermouth to gin. Delicious. Next up is our Vodka Dry Martini with a lemon twist or citrus twist. So today we are using Wibawa vodka. We're using Martini Australian Vermouth, very good stuff this, and also Orange Bitters Dash. A lot of recipes don't call for the Orange Bitters Dash, however I think it just adds that extra little bit of flavour. So what we're going to do first, of course, is put ice into our drinking glass. And then secondly, we're preparing our garnish. You can also use an orange twist for this one, as we're using a dash of orange bitters. The goal is always to balance flavours when making cocktails. So we've got our little garnish here. For this one, you definitely need to cut it. And the recipe calls for 60 ml of our base spirit. This drink is also stirred down. 5 ml, as it's a dry recipe, of our Martini Dry Vermouth. So just a little bit there, putting everything away, and also just one dash of our orange bitters there. Adding our ice there and stirring it down. So when that feels like it's ready, give it a little taste with our paper straw. So that one there has a nice little balance. Once again, when you're tasting it, before you pour it, balance the vodka or the spirits, the ethanol level to water, to vermouth. Pouring that straight in. And putting our twist on. So once again, you want the oils all over the drink there, around the rim. So giving it a twist, holding it there to really bend it, and now placing it on the edge. Serving napkin, and there we go, a dry martini. So as you can see, the glass is quite frozen now, but it is a lot clearer to our Dirty Martini. And on trying, beautiful balance there, plus you get that hit of a citrus lemon in that one as well. Our final martini we'll be making today is the famous Bond Martini, Vesper Martini, which is shaken, not stirred. So from a bartender's perspective, shaking a martini is the worst thing, because once again we are really wanting that perfect balance between dilution of water to spirits to vermouth, and shaking it, it's a lot harder to control and a lot harder to get a perfect product. What we are going to do first is adding our ice to our drinking glass, and then from Casino Royale the recipe calls for a little bit more gin. Today we're keeping it simple. We're doing 1 shot of vodka, 1 shot of gin. So let's get to it. So we are doing 30 ml of our Bombay Dry Gin, a London Dry. We're doing 30 ml of our vodka and 15 ml of our Martini Dry Vermouth. So this recipe does call for a Dirty Martini, which means 15 ml. So now, the good thing about shaking is it's fun. So we're going to add all of our ice into this tin here. So you do want that ice to be at the very top of that tin. Also, another reason for putting it in this bottom one here is it's good measuring for how much ice you should put. So now we're going to shake it for probably between 7 and 10 seconds, aiming for when these tins are at that perfect level of coldness. So as you can see, those tins have fogged over, meaning they're very nice and cold. Dumping the ice. Now we are going to double strain it using both of these. Anything you shake for a cocktail, always use this fine mesh strainer. That's going to catch all the little ice particles. So if you do not catch those small ice particles, they are going to be on this drink and they're going to water down as it's sitting there. So once again, unbalanced drink. So now, I did forget to do the twist prior, but we are doing a lemon twist for this one. So getting the essential oils, squeezing it on there, rimming the glass, holding the bottom so it doesn't fall over. Remember the first time I made a cocktail, it just went everywhere. Giving that a twist there and putting it on the edge of the glass. So now, napkin. Big smile to the guest and pushing it forward. This is a Vesper Martini. Enjoy.